Okay, gonna see if we can do the VOR basics training for the instrument certification in career mode. So first
Now that you have
thing,
the basics of flying the aircraft on instruments, let's look at navigation. There is a worldwide network of radio beacons that pilots use to find their way when flying IFR.
So first thing
The most
is
common beacon is the VOR. I've tuned the Sunbird VOR into your NAV radio, which we're going to fly toward.
get autopilot on.
To get there, we'll use the course deviation indicator, CDI. That's the green arrow and bar on the HSI. I've set the CDI for a course of 170. That means we want to arrive at the VOR on a heading of 170. The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course.
4,000 in.
If the bar is to the left of center, we need to fly to the left to recapture our course. The bar is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle.
Okay, adjust your power. Just down a little bit maybe. You can probably just hit nav mode. So VOR is armed. This is green, not magenta. Right, we're holding our altitude here. So to get that on at the start, you want to hit the autopilot button, the altitude button. Get your altitude dialed into 4,000. If you need to adjust, you can go vertical speed, like down a little bit. That would allow us to get right at 4,000.
Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading 170.
Okay, so because I had armed nav, it automatically is going to turn us onto this course.
Great. Now keep the CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the VOR.
Now one thing you might want to do is dial in your little heading bug here. That's the blue thing, using this dial. Now the other thing you can do is right click it and it'll go straight up. And I'm going to go over one notch because we're just a little bit off, and then you can go heading mode. Now this says HDG. Now don't chase it. As it starts to move, just kind of keep going straight. Because as you pass over the VOR, this becomes extremely sensitive.
Now. The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a VOR, but this is normal. Keep flying straight ahead on heading 170 for a couple miles.
And then we see we're passing over it here. That should do it. Autopilot on, altitude hold, nav mode to fly to the VOR. Once it's there, right click heading, go into heading mode, and just kind of stay along that course. You can change it a degree or two if you need, but when you're this close, you're going to be good on the passing the course.
Well done, but there's room for improvement.
Is there? I thought it was pretty right on using the autopilot. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Like if you're a few points off or whatever. What? Oh, we passed it. I don't know how, like it must be extremely sensitive to the course. But that did pass the certification, so there you go.